What's going on, guys? I'm Jada Black. Shout out to everyone tuning in. I want to talk about rapper Freddie Gibbs. Apparently, his baby mother, Raven, decided that she wanted to respond after he mentioned her on his album, his newest album, a song called Grandma's Stove. And he spoke on what led to him taking a restraining order out on her. And she didn't like that very much. So she decided that the best course of action was to get on social media, Twitter, and put him on blast. And in so doing that, she basically admitted to being a side piece. There's just no way around it. She mentioned how she never loved him. She mentioned how she didn't want to be in a relationship with him. And that when they got together, now I want y'all to listen very closely. When they got together, he was engaged and she was single at the time. Now that's going to go over some people's heads because some people do not think. There are people, and that's probably why she deleted it. She basically admitted to being a side piece. And there are people who are going to ignore it. There are people who are going to act like, that's not what she was meaning to write, but she wrote that. That's why she deleted it. She basically admitted to being Freddie Gibbs' side piece. And she also spoke about how the woman that he was with wanted her to get an abortion and she refused to do it. So I'm assuming she's anti-abortion. And also, it's very weird to me how a lot of men are siding with her, which is ridiculous to me because if you look at the optics, she was basically a homewrecker. If you look at it, she basically got with a guy that was in a relationship with another woman and got pregnant by Freddie. That's why she says she never loved Freddie. And that's why she said she never wanted to be in a relationship with him. That's because she was on the side. She was a side piece. There's just no way around it. And we're going to get into what she had to say so you can see it for yourself because some people are going to act like she did not post that, but she did. She actually admitted to being a side piece. There is absolutely no way around it. If you look at the history of this situation, right, she's made claims against him as well. This was back in 2019. She claimed that he sent people to harm her and her son. And there are people siding with her, which is very weird. Y'all need to look at the situation from both sides. If there are men out here who are destructive, if there are men out here who are a danger to themselves and other people, I will call it out. I've done that. I've been very consistent, but I'm not going to side with somebody just because she is the angry baby mama. Just because you simps want to smash, you're going to sit up there and you're going to defend somebody who's probably just as toxic as Freddie Gibbs is. She did not have to respond publicly the way that she did, but we're going to get into it. This according to Hip Hop DX. Freddie Gibbs' former lover, Raven Tatum, has spoken out after the rapper recounted details of their separation on his latest album, Sold Separately. On the song Grandma's Stove, the Gary, Indiana rapper addressed the 2019 incident that led him taking out a restraining order against Tatum after accusing her of vandalizing his car. Raven was a rat. She scratched the Benzie and I dropped the charges. That hoe knows she never had my heart, so she attacked my pockets, he rapped on the Music Soul Child assisted track. I think that's what pissed her off. I think because one, he called her a rat, and two, he said that she never had his heart. That's why she emotionally posted all of this on social media, basically admitting she was a side piece and that she was asked by the woman that he was actually in a relationship with to get an abortion, and she chose not to do it. Of course, she wanted to have his baby. Upon hearing that she had been called out on the song by name, Tatum, who shares a 4-year-old son with Gibbs, visited the incident in a series of since-deleted tweets. She deleted when she reread it. I'm really tired of Buddy spinning the story like I tore up the car over a woman. She wrote, no, I tore up the car because he manipulated me into moving to Los Angeles, taking him off child support, got me effing fired, and locked me and my son in a house with no groceries. That's the truth. She went on to explain that she never wanted to be in a relationship with the Alfredo rapper and that she was aware that he was engaged when she was pregnant. She was a side chick. She was a side piece. There just ain't no way around it. Nothing good ever happens for side chicks. The majority of side chicks always end up in these situations. They either end up getting pregnant or they end up bitter. And that's what happened. He was with a whole nother woman and she knew this. And if she did uproot her life to go move close to him, that was a choice. Because you really thought Freddie Gibbs wanted a relationship with you. That's why you did it. A fact with Gibbs also addressed on Grandma Stove, Tatum also accused his then fiance Erica Dickerson of offering to pay her to terminate her pregnancy. So I guess she's she's anti-abortion, I would assume. And these are the posts here. Let me give y'all a close up so you can see that. Let me see what I want y'all to see. This is what I want y'all to see, because again, people are going to think that I'm playing games, and this is what she says here. Listen. We weren't in love. I never wanted to be in a relationship with him. He was engaged. I was separated. I got pregnant. Erica offered to pay me to abort, and I told her to F off and go to hell. She found out and put him out of her house. Tell the whole story, Fred. So that was her major problem. You got pregnant by a guy that was with a whole nother woman. What did you think was going to happen? That's what I want to know from her. What did you think was going to happen? This man is engaged to another woman. While you're having relations with him, he's going home to his fiance. That didn't register with you that, you could, because this wasn't no one night stand. This was an affair. So when I want her to know, because again, I'm not saying Freddie is innocent at all. I think that Freddie put himself in this bad situation and he has to pay for that. He has to pay for that. And I believe he is. I don't know if he's on child support. She claims he's a deadbeat. He doesn't do anything. But women do have to be accountable for the men that they choose. You chose to be in a situation with a man who was engaged. There needs to be accountability, and people don't look at that. This man was not single when you got with him, and you got with him anyway. We can't overlook that. Everybody wants to blame Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs is the bad guy. Freddie Gibbs is toxic. But nobody forced her to sleep with Freddie Gibbs. Nobody forced her to move out there to Los Angeles, right? Is that what she was saying? These were choices, people. She made a choice and it didn't work out for her. And she's been upset ever since then. She's been making claims against him ever since. And the fact that there are people who are siding with her so quickly just shows a lot of you dudes are suckers. And that's why you end up in the situation you end up in, because you quick to believe a woman just because she says he did this, he did that. There is, as people would say, 3 sides to every story, right? His side, her side, and the truth. And the truth is she chose to get with a guy that had another woman. She knew this and she slept with him anyway. She was not in the dark. She was not oblivious. She knew this man had another woman. These women are always investigative about everything else. You couldn't investigate the fact that he had another woman. She was content being a side chick, maybe until she got pregnant. But again, we have to hold these women accountable. These men ain't screwing up on their own. Freddie Gibbs is not screwing up on his own. Freddie Gibbs could be a lot of things, but he was in a situation that she was okay with. There's other men she could have been with, and she chose to be with Freddie Gibbs because he was a rapper. She could have been a fan of Freddie Gibbs. A lot of these dudes are having kids with their fans, man. A lot of these chicks be groupies. I'm not saying she's a groupie, but I wouldn't be surprised if she was a fan, right? But everybody wants to blame Freddie Gibbs like he's the toxic one. He's the bad guy. They're so quick to side with these women, not understanding that it takes 2. Ultimately, in this situation, it takes 2 people, not one. It takes 2 people. Let's see. Tatum also stated that Gibbs, whose real name is Frederick Tipton, rarely sees their son and tried to avoid paying child support by telling the courts he only makes $1,900 a year. I'm over here chilling, raising our son, and waking up to my government name being called out on your album. She concluded, you got a new baby mama and a new girlfriend. Talk about them hoes. Leave me out of it, please. According to TMZ, at the time of the incident, Gibbs claimed Tatum keyed his car and slashed his tires while she and their child were staying at his home while he was traveling. He said his ex became angry after he asked his house sitter to have her move boxes of her belongings out of their son's bedroom and back into the garage. In his request for a restraining order, the rapper went on to allege that Tatum proceeded to find his new girlfriend's contact information and bombarded her with texts accusing Gibbs of cheating on the unnamed woman. A judge ordered Tatum to stay 100 yards away from the rapper, his then partner, and his daughter from another relationship. In recent years, Gangsta Gibbs has been involved in his fair share of controversy, including beefs with DJ Academics and Benny the Butcher. The latter allegedly led to an altercation in Benny's hometown of Buffalo in May. Despite owning his reputation of beef with everyone, as one fan put it, Gibbs admitted on another of his album tracks that he might have taken things too far in his war of words with Jeezy. I just think this situation should be handled in an adult manner. I know guys in the industry that have had issues with their baby mama and they settled it. It was done. No more beefing, no more issues. Should Fred have mentioned her on the album? Probably not. But we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know the games that are being played. She said that she just minded her business. I don't believe that. Come on, man. Y'all got a child together. You're never minding your own business. Never. I just think that both of these people have their fair share of issues. I just think it's unfair to just blame one side without really looking at it and analyzing that she seems to have issues with him because of their failed romance. What could have been. Ultimately, they have a child to take care of. And hopefully they can get it together to take care of their child. So let me know in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll see y'all next.